Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We're back in Captain of Industry. We've got a lot to do. I've got the game paused. Let's take a quick look at the warnings here. Not enough workers, don't care. Not enough maintenance, don't care. No designations available to be mined in the mine tower area. I kind of care. We saw that at the end of the last episode. That's here. We'll take care of that maybe at the top. Groundwater pump has no resources to extract. Don't care. All right. Let's fix this mining designation over here. Now, what is going on? I think I'm intending to flatten out this area. Let's bring up those designations again. Okay, this is already marked off. So in theory, we're taking this whole place down to level 4, right? I believe that's the plan. Now we've got some overlaps. What next? Do we want to extend off here to the right? Let's take a look. Let's bring up the overlay. We could pull this ramp back and ramp sooner. Looks like there's a little bit of coal to be had here, deeper. And I think my plan was, and this may not be a good plan, but I think my plan was to have the ramp, the only ramp, eventually be this one right here, come down into the large pit, level this area off, right? Make this so this is deep and no longer a ramp, and try to get to this little bit of coal that we've got indicated here is underneath. Now, I don't know if these resource indicators, if they update as we get rid of the ore. I'm hoping they do. Maybe they, I don't know if they do or not, actually. You know what I'm saying? If we mine out all the coal, will this little stack of bars change into being like something kind of empty? I'm not sure. We've been working on the assumption that it does. What can we do? What could we do with this mining tower? We could also just kind of work our way over here and start digging. Maybe put another ramp down here on the side. That could actually feed both of these areas. We could start digging under there. Let's see, what's our coal supply look like? Are we fully? Yeah, we are. We're pretty good. Maybe we do. Maybe we dig a little dirt and we go ramp down this way. Because I'm just thinking in my head, it'd be nice to use that dirt to fill this area, and then we could potentially farm off of it. Yeah, one of the things viewers have mentioned is that you can prioritize what the excavators are emptying. Mining priority. When a product is selected, the excavator will prioritize mining designations containing the selected product. Okay, I don't care about that so much. Unassign mine control tower. Don't care about that. I was wondering, my question is, let me get the mining designations off the screen. See how there's a little bit of kind of what looks like soil or green here? I don't know that I can put a farm on top of this. In theory, a greenhouse should work, maybe. But I don't know if you're supposed to direct your fill. Let's see. So that you have soil on top, so you could put a farm on top of this. I don't know that we're going to need to worry about that. We've got plenty of farmland, and we can upgrade these farms and everything. And if we had to, we could even move the factory stuff off of where we've got farmland. But I'm just curious if, as we're expanding the island, if we're supposed to be thinking about that, having the top layer always be dirt. Let's look at the dumping designation. Is there a filter on this or anything? I don't see anything. I think fill just goes to fill. And all trucks deliver the fill. Someone mentioned there was a way to filter this. I just don't know. Other than having the excavator prioritize something, I don't know if there's a way to filter out the dirt. Go to a certain area. There might be something to that. Again, it's not really urgent for my playthrough here. That's not really what I'm doing. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I don't see any settings here as we put down a fill area. Right, there's nothing to right click on here or anything. That just removes it. Rotate, whatever. Yeah, so nothing there. So yeah, we could use this excavator, and I guess we've got, looks like we've got a a bunch of trucks here. We'll have to reassign some of these trucks. But maybe we could think about tunneling down this way or starting to ramp down here. And that ramp could potentially feed two mines, our copper and our coal over here. Because if we do the overlay, there's a bunch of coal to be had. Maybe right down the middle, we do a new mining designation right down the middle here. I'm kind of game for that. The other option is to, let's see, is to rework what's going on over here and potentially even move this tower because there's coal underneath that tower we may want to get to. Let's see. What do we want to do? We just lose a building if we do that. It's not the end of the world. You can see what I'm saying. There's some coal underneath right where this mining tower is. And there's some coal here I want to get to. I could change. Can these mining designations overlap? Let's try that and see. Can I come over this way and say, hey, help out with this mess? See, let's hit play and see if they're happy with that. Wouldn't think they would be, but it looks like they're going to do it. All right. They can keep, nope. Well, we got maintenance issues, but I think the maintenance should rebound. We just put on, I think we just turned on another maintenance depot. Unity is slowly decreasing. These guys are doing the work. There may be a little bit of a shortage. I kind of toggle these on and off at different times. We got plenty of copper, it looks like, and plenty of coal. We do eventually need to start digging under here. We're going to run out of copper. Wonder if we should do that. Maybe another mining designation? Let's see. What about doing that? Let's do a mining designation. I'm not super clear how to read this. Or maybe our original plan. Boy, I can't make a decision. That one we took care of. This guy. Could ramp down that way. Or I could open this up and have them do both. Oh man, I don't know. Just wondering how to go after this copper right here. We're going to ramp down this direction. Maybe we will. I'm assuming these are all done, right? All of this stuff is done. Can I just get rid of that? And then think about burrowing down from here. Something like this kind of thing. Let's add that as a designation. And then let's put our other excavator over here and maybe add a truck. And we'll just see what happens. We'll just see what happens with that. I'm going to go ahead and build another. We're getting some rain, which is good. That's going to help our water situation. Let's build another excavator. And maybe trucks look like they're okay. I'm going to wait on that. How is our water treatment? Okay, we drained out all the wastewater. That's good. Where are we boosting? Okay, fuel saver, maintenance reducer, research lab, oil rigs, maintenance depots. Okay. 2 groundwater pumps. We don't need to boost groundwater pumps anymore. I think we've got our power. Where were those boosts? Here they are. Let's take these off. All right. And we'll see if we can't turn our maintenance situation around a little bit. Growth boost, don't care. Plenty of food, fine. Maintenance reducer, good. Fuel saver. Let's turn off the fuel saver for a bit. We've got kind of an abundance of fuel. We'll save up some unity. If we max out, we'll find another use for it. But it doesn't look like we need the fuel saver stuff anymore. Okay, these guys should be plugging away. What are you waiting on? Is it really the water's not draining out? Is that true? Could be the pipe is full. I'm guessing that's our issue. How are we doing on construction parts? We're doing pretty good on construction parts. Let's update or upgrade, I should say, our water pipe. Boom. I don't necessarily need to prioritize that, but let's get some upgrades going. Suppose we could upgrade this too. We don't need to off of these guys necessarily. It's more this section here. We can probably get this other stuff built. It's going to chew up power. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to unpause this construction. I'm basically doing this just so we can get, basically trading coal for water, which may not be the best choice, but I'd like to get the water in a good situation. We should start to accumulate it with the desalination running like it is. Like we're hiccuping on the water throughput. Again, that will upgrade. Let's get to putting in our second cooling tower. That's going to help with the water as well. The rain's going to help. Groundwater supply is done. I am going to pause 3 of these. To save, I don't know if it saves the electricity, but it'll save us workers if nothing else. And we'll leave 1 just in case it rains to pump out the groundwater, but there's not much down there to get. Okay, let's look at our pipe situation here. We're going to take some power offline, so we could be in a little bit of trouble for a bit, but we'll see. How do we want to do this? Could put a tank here too, a water tank. All right, here's our boiler. Steam's going over that way. Kind of crazy piping. Not sure why I did it that way, but is what it is. I think last time we took this one out first. This whole setup and then came down, right? Take a look. Yeah, we come down. Water cooler. Oh man, it's a lot more crowded over here, isn't it? Looks to be a bit more crowded. Guy's getting his coal from a belt, which is nice. We might be able to do the same thing over here. Could branch this belt. I'm just looking at the coal belt. You might be able to feed off of the same thing. Trucks are apparently able to get to here. A little distracted, I admit it. All right. High pressure into there. This is the first thing we need to tear out. Let's just get on it. I'm gonna start ripping stuff out. It's this one first. This goes. This goes. This goes. This goes. And that little nugget goes. We need to find a home for the cooling tower. I gotta remember that's under electricity. I'm always thinking it should be somewhere else. How do we orient the first one? Built a little. Got water coming out the bottom. That may make sense. Okay, we're getting some rain. That's going to help. Doesn't really matter where I put this. I've got room. I'm going to have to, waste a little bit of space here. This is really only valuable for farmland. And more factory space. Water. Bottom. Two things are going to come in. I'm just going to set it there for now. Waiting for this stuff to come out. I know I need a pipe balancer. Let's get that guy down. Somewhere. Half of it's going to go into a smokestack. We can kind of do something similar. Gonna be a little... Oh man, how am I gonna do this? Man. I'm gonna tear that up quickly before he builds it. I think I want that over a little bit further. Maybe we'll route this pipe first. You need to come over this way. Trying to conserve space. We don't need to... I can come up over the exhaust for that smokestack. Maybe we'll end up using it. I don't think so. I can stay high till we get over it. You don't want to... Oops, too close, apparently. Okay, now I can come down. Get our pipe balancer. Sorry, I'm not talking here. Let's see. Just trying to think how to do this. Do I need the big pipe for this? I'll use it. Probably don't need it, but we'll use it anyway. And then we'll need a smokestack. Don't like it. Don't like it. Let me pause. Let me pause. I'm not crazy about what's happening here. So what I'm trying to do, let me show you what I'm trying to do. Here's our low steam, right? Steam low. I need to run through a pipe balancer, and then the priority is going to be going to the low pressure turbine, and the rest is going to go into another pipe balancer. And then that second pipe balancer is going to be between a smokestack and water tower, right? So here's the first one. And then here's the second one. I got to have two. That's where I'm kind of messing things up. But then I also have to be able to get at this pipe over here. This guy that runs over here. Worst case, I can snake it all the way around. It's kind of ugly. But it's just kind of cramped over here. That's where I'm struggling. I could change the direction of this pipe, and that would give me a little more room. Um, or I can just plan to kind of come over the top of all this with the depleted steam. But I guess maybe, man, struggling. Let's put this guy, I go real close. Let's try this. This might work. I'll use the big pipe. Okay. That's that. Then we will run this low as we can till we turn the corner. We're still waiting on some destruction to take place. Let me hit play. This one's going to feed. This is going to be the priority feed into the low pressure generator or whatever it is. But I just need it to clear. We're going to come this way and then up into here. This guy looks like he's going to do the deconstruction for us. Okay, we just got the greenhouses researched. That's that. So if you can power the low pressure turbine, do it. If not, come on out and see about converting this into water or exhaust, basically. We're going to come through. I'm going to stay low. Could even use this exhaust if we wanted to get clever. I'm going to stay low here. Boom. Hop down another pipe balancer. Yeah, I think I can use this. This guy max kicks out 2. So we might be able to get a little clever here. I think I only need this lower, smaller pipe here. Let's do that. That's our overflow. Saying any low pressure steam comes through, send it to the low pressure boiler or low pressure generator or whatever this is. If there's excess or that's backed up for any reason, bring it on through here and prioritize this time going out to the cooling tower. Right? That can be anywhere. But it's going to come down like this, I think. Yeah, I don't know. That may do it for now. I can't visualize it entirely. I think this is only ever going to need a thin pipe. Let's do it, and then if it backs up, we'll worry about it later. All right, so that whole line of low pressure steam is taken care of. Let's set our pipe balancer here. This time, like I said, we want to prioritize O, so we're going to switch and set the priority on that. We want most of that steam going into our low pressure turbine. These guys are complaining about what? Oh, if the GUI is messed up. Looks like there's something behind there. It's trying to show me. What's going on here? Something obvious? Full output. Steam low. Doesn't have any. What have I got wrong? Prioritize incoming products. No, we don't have that. Prioritize outgoing products from ports marked O. Yep, that should be full. Empty. Toggle direction. Is that our issue? Yeah, that's our issue. All right, now we're flowing. In fact, we've even got some overflow. And that got kind of mixed in here, it looks like, and dumped out. Now we need to deal with the water. Oh, yeah, we got construction part issues, probably. We only need 10 more threes. Anyway, that part's done. I think... Oh, whoops. Let's check this one. Our second pipe balancer. We want to prioritize to O again. So O and prioritize out to O. Try to send the low pressure steam into the water, the cooling tower. And if it backs up on you, just go ahead and send it out the smokestack. And that's what we're seeing there with the white smoke. Or steam, I should say. Now we need to take care of this. It's going to be very similar. Let's start with the demolition. So long, so long. We need to route pipes kind of crazy. We're going to need probably a separate smokestack. I know this is, man, this is kind of ugly. I'm not crazy about the design here, but it is going to work. I'm pretty sure. We can pick some research while we're waiting for things to get deconstructed. Ramp for vehicles. We have been neglecting that the entire time. Edicts. Food saver. Maybe food saver would come in handy down the road. Growth boost 2 and food saver. Oh, you know what? I'm going to research this one. Just in case. That could actually be a lifeline for us if we run out of food. If we start running low on food. We're going to need to bring more workers in. Okay, we got our demo done. Demolition. Let's pause. And figure out how we're going to route this pipe. I think I've kind of overdone it with the pipes, but we've got a bunch of construction twos. This guy at most is going to kick out that every 10 seconds. Every once in a while, there's a place where I can switch this over to show me output per minute, but I don't see it here. Anyway, I think this can be a small pipe coming out of here. Depleted 8. This guy. Just needs to run through a single splitter. We could actually do it like this. This isn't horrible. We'll put our pipe balancer here this way. Okay. We can pop a smokestack right on this guy, probably. Doesn't like it that close. Sure why. And then this guy loops back around, kind of something like that. Let's hit play and let this thing build. I think that's about it. I'll walk you through it once we get this built. I think we're just about there. Yeah, and we're waiting on the cooling tower. We got to get the water out of here too. This pipe is going to need to be upgraded. We might as well do it. Let's mark it. Last thing is just to send the water through here out of this guy. think a regular pipe would do it. We'll start out with the regular pipes. We can move on up as soon as we can and just hook on into this. Still short on water. Food's up to 99 months. We must have just had a surge in crops or something. That's backing at it. We can... What are we doing on water over here? I'm surprised these aren't filling up. What are we waiting on here? Is it the seawater to accumulate? Yeah, we're running low on power. All right. Once this gets back online, we might be okay. We're close here. We need 10 more construction part 3s. We've got 4. Let's go ahead and prioritize that. Okay, we got our new water pipe. That should start flowing. Okay, yeah, that's going to allow the low pressure turbine to run and vent off its depleted steam until the cooling tower is ready. Let's make sure this pipe balancer is set the way we want it. We want to prioritize to O. So try and send it to the cooling tower, but if you can't, go ahead and exhaust it, and that's what's happening now. We don't have a cooling tower. So let's walk through this one more time just so you guys, or whoever's watching, can understand it and probably find my mistakes that I'm not seeing. We do have a water shortage, though. This is a little scary. Their boilers aren't getting the water they need. That's a little scary. It is raining a little bit. We may have to boost again our water thing just to run without electricity. We need water in this system for it to run. Eventually, I think we're going to turn the corner and we'll be fine, but we're not there yet. And we may need to even run some water from our desalination process over there. How's this guy doing? Waiting on seawater. And why don't we have seawater? Because we don't have power. So it's one of those kind of circle of life things. But I think we'll recover. Boiler is thirsty for water. Got plenty of coal. Tons of coal. We're in good shape there. It's just water. We are pumping some now. For free. It's not taking us any electricity thanks to the magic of Unity. But it's slow. We're down to 6 more construction part 3s and we'll be in good shape. Got tons of concrete. Power's our issue. Could run one of these on Unity just for a bit. Maybe this guy actually. Just have to remember to go through that and turn those off. Those are going to get us construction parts so that we can build the cooling tower. And the cooling tower is going to help us recover the water. Or get more water in the system. And that's what the boiler needs, is water. That's the main thing that's holding us up right now. Here comes some water into the boiler. Should run pretty good. Boom, there comes a little bit more electricity through the system. Got plenty of concrete that is rebounded. Here comes some construction part 3s off the line. And that guy just picked up a couple. We've got the cooling tower on high priority, so hopefully that'll get built. And we will be recycling water from all of our coal generation. You can see some here. This cooling tower's smoking. 2 more, that's it. We have them too. We do have 2 more. 2 right there. There's some more coming off the line. All right, there we go. Now we're short workers. We've got the food. Food looks good. Let's go and get some more workers from our islands here. Grab 20 more workers. How about 30? We'll go bold. And we should be in good situation here now. We should be in a good spot. I don't know, we might want to upgrade this pipe just to increase the how fast it refills per cycle. In fact, we could do that with all these pipes. We'll upgrade them over time. Because we do have the construction parts. Not that much, actually. I'm just going to upgrade some of these willy-nilly. Not that, of course. But there is a little nugget there. Is that upgraded? Yeah, it's marked. And the water pipe we want pretty much upgraded just to speed up the cycle time. We can upgrade these two. Again, we've got a lot of construction part twos. So now we're recycling all the water out of here. Nice. I like it. I'd like it if we saw these tanks fill up a little bit. Not yet. Okay, how's our desalination stuff going? Let's go ahead and build this. It's going to take more workers. I think the next thing we probably want to do is look at greenhouses. We need desalination too. I mean, not desalination. We need to process the brine. We're kind of wasting it. These guys are all churning out water for us. What is this guy backed up on? Nothing. Just waiting on water. We're about to get one more pump going. Population's going down. They're probably not liking the pollution. We're dumping a lot of pollution into the water. We're not processing it. Let's see what it takes to upgrade these to greenhouse. 60 construction part 3s. Steel. Shoot. Yeah, I think I remember that now. Glass. Oh, we can't do that for a while. Oh, man. Okay. Now what? Let's look at our warnings. Mining designations. Problems. I don't see a tower complaining. This guy is. All right. Let's start digging for sand. Actually, let's pause. All right, let's think for a minute what we want to do. We got a few issues, a few things to deal with here. One is I'm nervous about food. So we have a bunch, and I know I've got one viewer at least who's commenting that they're pretty unhappy that I'm focused on the food. But once that's gone, I think you're done. That's a death spiral that's hard to recover from. The maintenance, piece of cake, that's not hard to recover from at all. Food is one of those things where you're done. When you're done, you're done. Like if you're not bringing in food, there's big trouble. There's also some little optimizations we need to do to save workers. Like I don't need all these groundwater pumps running when there's no groundwater. So let's start pausing these and freeing up some workers. In fact, I may pause all of these. I don't think they're going to be as useful to us. I'd rather have that power go towards the desalination pumps, to tell you the truth. Okay, rainwater is going to fill up our reservoir. We've got one pump running here. That's fine. We've got wastewater here to a lot of it. As our population's growing, we're generating a lot of this wastewater. We could look at processing that wastewater treatment, it gets us, you know, quite a bit back. For every 60 units of wastewater, we get 40 water back. And we get some dirt that maybe we can use for fill. We're going to have to pipe things. What we might do, I think we were planning to take all of this out of here, right? And just have more population blocks. We got plenty of housing now, I think. We talked about taking this one out. So we'll want to route the wastewater a little different from these guys. We'll probably put another one over here, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what we can do with that. Oops. Don't want to build it just yet. We would need to get sand over here. And chlorine. We have this air separator. That doesn't get us chlorine. Oh, man. Where do we get the chlorine again? I know I've gone through this before. Little convoluted. Seawater pump. I'm trying to find where we get the chlorine from. There's fertilizer. We haven't even done that yet. Air separators are oxygen and nitrogen. That's going to get us glass mix. We're going to need that at some point. Glass maker, that's later. Coal mixer or coal maker. We don't need that anymore. Looking for, what was it? Chlorine, I think. Yeah, chlorine. Do we have the ability to do that yet? Oh boy, I don't see it. In here somewhere. I know we've seen it. Man, it might be in the tech tree. Let me look one more time. I thought for sure it was in here. Where is chlorine production? There it is. Okay, this isn't bad. Brine into chlorine. That's not bad. We got a bunch of brine right next door. So it's okay, let's think about that. Brine. Where do we have it all going? We have it here, right? Bunch of brine here. We were going to run this through a few different processes. There's the excess going out. We could loop this out here. The output from this junction here. This is all our seawater. We're getting some brine out of here. I don't know if it's a ton. But we can start running that through a different process. For both the chlorine production, which looks like it's a one-stepper. And then also the salt production. Where do we want to do that? We've got a bunch of space right here. Maybe that's what we work on and probably next episode. But if we do, and I'm thinking maybe we focus first on that wastewater treatment. I got to remember this. Electrolyzer. The very first thing. General machines. That's going to convert brine to chlorine. Super duper convenient. Then wastewater, and we got to find a way to get sand way out here. It's 2 sand for every chlorine, so maybe we, but it's 60 wastewater. I'm trying to think of what to pipe where. All our wastewater is mostly here out of these guys, but our chemical processing generates some too, right? One of these things does. No? What am I missing? Come on. One of these guys generates wastewater, I thought, or used to. Oh, man. Somebody does or did. Let's look down here again. I thought I just saw something in here that does it, that generates wastewater. Not that. This one's our main dude, not, or this one main processing guy. Desalination. I just sworn I saw another thing that generated wastewater. Maybe not. Distiller. Yeah, this guy. Oh, we're not really using the basic distiller, right? This is kind of low level stuff. That's what I saw when we were going through here just now. Yeah, our only basic distiller is kind of shut off. I hope. Way over here. I see. Anyway, next episode, let's look at the wastewater treatment. We'll have to figure out how to get sand way over here, and we know we've got a problem with our sand mine anyway. So we'll probably set up another mining tower. We may steal an excavator from the coal area because I think we're doing pretty good on coal. And we got a bunch of excavators, or we'll make some more. We've got one sitting there right now. But let's go after that next episode. That should get us some more water. And then down the road, we still need to do steel and glass. Obviously, that's what's going to help us with the greenhouses. We're researching an edict that I believe is going to allow us to stretch the food if we need to. The other thing we could do on the food front, if we want to maximize our existing footprint of farms, is go after fertilizer. We haven't tried that yet. That takes, hydrogen and nitrogen. We've got something here that gets us the nitrogen. I don't know. Those are construction part 3s. Yeah, we're making those. We'd have to chase down the hydrogen. Oh man, these processes drive me crazy. No, it's actually pretty cool. Not really familiar with which machines do what, particularly when it comes to the gases. But that's on the list too. I think water purification first, though, because water seems to have gotten scarce all at once. I don't know if that's because I've been bringing so many new villagers onto the island, or if it's a change in a recent build. But water is definitely all of a sudden becoming much more scarce. So it could be both those things, the increased population and maybe something changing in the game mechanics. I don't really know. But either way, we got to go after it. And we've got the tools and the machinery, I think, to pull it off. Just take a quick look. Are we accumulating any water? Doesn't look like it. Not in that loop. That's kind of, I think, its own system. And then how about this one? This is the one we're trying to recharge out of seawater. It's like this guy's getting some, right? Yeah, this one is starting to fill up. So that's kind of cool to see. This is kind of the end of it, and the start is over here. So that is good. That's the one that's feeding our community, so they should be pretty happy about that. And then we have a boiler or something that needs water from here somewhere. That's crude. That's fuel. That's water. Is this hooked up? What is this guy even hooked up to? Oh, a pump. So we can just run a pipe over to this thing too, right? Yeah. What are we doing? Let's do that right now, actually. We know we've got tons of water here. I think I can just run a pipe. Let's do that before we go, actually. We can do a big pipe. Why not? And I hope you're on the top. That to that. That looks right. All right. For now, this is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks so much for watching. like I said, we'll pick it up in the next episode and get more stuff done. The colony is doing pretty awesome. Maintenance is slowly starting to rebound. We need to, we'll turn on one more of our maintenance depots. Power is a little sketchy right now, but I think it's going to recover once we get some more water in the system. The fact that it's raining is going to help, and the fact that we're reclaiming water is going to help. And then we could always route from this array if we need to, or connect these all into one big circular water system. That might not be a bad idea either. Anyway, I will see you all in the next episode.